morning, friends. Welcome to Stress Management Part 59, Death and its Impact. Last week in Part 58, we have seen the ill effects of drinking and the addiction to drinks. So, smoking and drinks are the two major components that destroy our life, and with conscious efforts and with the support and cooperation of family members, individuals can quit smoking as well as drinking, addiction to drinks. The quantity and the frequency should be reduced slowly so that you get away from this draconian effect of drinking, because drinking reduces your status and also it brings you into permanent unhappiness. To lead a happy life, as it destroys your brain, heart, liver, lungs, pancreas, kidneys, and the entire system is affected by this drinking habit. Today, in part 59, we will see the impact of death and the stress it causes. Death is inevitable, and every human being or every living creature that is born in this world, definitely it has got an end. Well, the only difference is when, where, in what form one leaves this world to yet another world is nobody's guess. It is the still date. Nobody could predict when exactly the end will come. We have seen in number of cases where the doctors have even pronounced that the person will be dead by such and such time. We have seen that they have survived that and they have lived for many more years. At the same time, people who have come to see those sick people, we have seen that when they returned back, they had a massive heart attack and they also died. So it is just an equation. It is just a happening in life which many of us do not know when it happened, when it would happen, and to whom in the family it will come. Death will come. But when it comes, that with a tremendous impact, it destroys the entire system of the family unity. It destroys the peace of mind and it puts many challenges before people to accept the change without the loved one living with them. So this too happened in my life also. So we need to come out of this death as quickly as possible. The only thing is accept the reality. Once you accept the reality, this is something which is irreversible. Once it happens, it happened. That's all. There is no question of reversing the process of death, but accepting the death and how to cope up with life. Because once a person dies, the other people, they have to continue their life and they have to, because time is the greatest solution to cope up with death, because time solves many problems and time gives the courage to many people to come out of this death. Once my second brother, whom I loved like my own father, when he had a massive heart attack and died, my entire world collapsed. I stopped talking with my children, I stopped talking with my wife, and also in the office I was moving like a dead person. I would never used to talk with anybody, and at that time I was working in our staff training college as a faculty. So only to take the class I will go. The classes which were lively with humor was missing. The spirit was missing. I was moving like yet another dead person, where growing a beard also. So when we came back for the 41st ceremony, that you all know once death happens, the third day, 16th day, 41st day are considered as very important for the departed soul. So when we came for the 41st day ceremony, I was sitting and I was crying and tears were flowing down when my daughter sat, 8-year-old daughter sat next to me. She said, "Papa, I want to talk to you." I said, "Yes, tell me what is that." She said, "Papa, you should thank God." For a minute, I was shocked because I thought my world has collapsed, and here is someone who is telling me, "Papa, you should thank God." I said, "Why you are saying like this? Why should I thank God?" She said, "Don't get angry on me, because we all love our uncle like you love your brother. We too love his uncle. But for a minute, and I have been seeing you for the last so many days, you were crying every day, and you were not talking to any of us what you used to be. The life is missing in you." Why I said you should thank God? Because you are born in a family and you are the 9th child of your parents. That means God has gifted you with 5 brothers and 3 sisters. Now it is very difficult to accept the reality. But when you accept the reality, please think the positive side, that you have got 4 more brothers and 3 sisters. Had you been born in a family with a single brother, what would have been your effect? Now, even though you lost your brother, please thank God you are born in such a large family, so that there are still 4 more brothers and 3 sisters. And the second one is, we 4 of us, including mother and my other 2 siblings, we 4 of us, we love our papa like you love your brother. If something happens to our papa, for a minute, did you ever think what will happen to us? Since you are also destroyed in mind, do you think that we can live without you? We 4 of us love our papa like you love your brother. So why don't you think that if you cry like this for days and days, and if something happens to you, what will happen to 4 of us? Please spare our papa. You are not an individual. You are our family. This, when I heard from my 8-year-old daughter, immediately I rushed, shaved my beard, took a bath, and from that day I never cried because somebody has died. Death is part and parcel. The first thing to come out of death is when someone in the family whom you loved like anything departs. For that, as a respect to the departed soul, please cry. And that cry should be for that day alone. Till the body is remaining in the house, please cry. And once the body leaves the house, stop your crying and accept the reality that everyone is going to meet this so-called mysterious happening in life. Nobody could predict what will happen after death. But in Hinduism, Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says there is reincarnation, and the death is only to the physical body, and the soul will take another life according to the past karma. So please do not affect. On the contrary, once a person has left this world, and the surviving family members to accept the reality and whatever possible to do at their end, what the departed soul wanted to do, how they should help people, how they should actively involve in spreading the love and affection, we should also do the same as a respect to the departed soul. Once an elderly person with bunch of flowers was traveling in a bus when a young girl of say 20 years was very much attracted to the flowers, so she was keeping on seeing the flowers. When the stop came to Kilpack Cemetery, he gave the flowers to the young girl and said, "My wife will be happy that I have given the flowers to you." And he silently left the bus and went to the cemetery to pray in front of his departed wife. Now, you see, such a beautiful thing. He brought the flowers for his wife who has departed years back, but when the same flowers, when somebody liked it, he had no hesitation to give the flowers to her as a representative of the departed soul. So this is what makes a very important difference in life. Accept death. This not that we are not going to live permanently. So death is part and parcel of this living. Accept that, and once this sad event occurs in our family, accept the reality and proceed further with whatever their departed soul. Pray for the happiness of the departed soul at the eternal feet of Lord, whichever be your religion. Now, in next week, we have come to the last part of this stress management, that is simple steps to cope up with stress and tension. So, next week, we will see elaborately the simple steps to cope up with stress. Thank you very much. Have a good day.